presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Begin by running the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason.
Devontae Parker, 30, 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
At their own 6-yard line.
First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
From the gun, Knox. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing on first down, Knox. From left side, complete. It's Richards. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly, and oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Taylor. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Knox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Pierce. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Isaiah Simmons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets to him again. Isaiah Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. That sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Grabbed on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 14-14.
On 1st down, Knox. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Knox. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Knox. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Knox. Caught left side. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. The way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating. And
he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up when we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. 5-yard line. Miami set to take over. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person when it's played.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Isaiah Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
From the gun, Knox. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Knox. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again. Knox. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. The give to Taylor. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Jonathan Taylor.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
At the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw on second down. Knox to the right side, complete to Taylor. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Harris over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Dolphins 21.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Knox. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They run with Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Knox. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Knox's pass. Complete.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete. Really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Operating from the gun, Knox.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Was it 3rd and somewhat manageable now? Not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, Knox. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
The quarterback's taking time to adjust to life in the NFL because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
86.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Breida on the draw. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
19-yard line.
Tua to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Isaiah Simmons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 21.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, it's Tua. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Next. And it's throw here's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 30.
Operating from the gun. Knox. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
We gonna do what we do.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
From the gun, Knox. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he puts it through. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the car. Throw from the gun. Short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Complete to Jamal.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Tua. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Tua going to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll go underneath through the Breida. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Complete.
A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout.
To a hook, and the ball is out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The pass.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they go.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Operating from the gun. Knox. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Dolphin first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking outside, and he's got a man. It's Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 51 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
At their own 1-yard line.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. To throw from his end zone. Knox. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way up to the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Knox. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Knox. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The gun. Knox. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final
A big offensive